Welcome back for part 6. If you have stuck with this story so far, congratulations. Hats off to you. Christmas 2023, a perfect moment in time. Christmas 2023 with the kids was one of the best ones we ever had. Instead of focusing on stuff, on material things that would be forgotten, I focused on creating an experience. I paid for a night in a really nice motel in Santa Barbara for Christmas Eve. We went there and spent time in the heated pool that night, and the next day, the water warm against the cool December air, their laughter echoing off the walls. We explored beautiful Santa Barbara. I showed them the pier, we got ice cream, went shopping for gifts on Christmas Day. We walked trails and along the beach, the ocean stretching out before us, beside us. It was one of my most favorite Christmases ever, not because of what we had, but because of how they reacted. I'll never forget it. The motel had its own kitchen. It was like its own little apartment. We made a nice meal that night and had so much fun. Without me even asking them, the kids kept telling me, "This is the best place we've ever stayed, Mom. Wow, thank you so much." It was incredible. I had hoped that they would really enjoy it. I never expected them to enjoy it as much as they did. The motel wasn't fancy, wasn't expensive, but for them, at that moment, it was the best ever. Okay, it's recording again. I am such a sap. I am sorry. And that made it the very best Christmas for me. Watching them squeal and laugh in that pool is something I'll never forget. Perfect moments are rare. There I go again. That was one of them. All right. Next section, moving right along, the unraveling and holding on. During late 2023 and into 2024, Grant and I were loosely in touch, carefully considering working out things between us. In 2024, we took a more serious look at it. I decided to hold off on laying down any boundaries surrounding his friendship with Teresa. Didn't ask about it much. Focused on just enjoying being in communication with him again. Grant told me he declined an invitation from her to hang out for his birthday in November. Okay, I thought, right. But throughout 2024, darkness was gathering on another front. The kids' dad continued with his plans to try to gain full custody and take them from me. This caused problems in my relationship with the kids, especially my son. Disrespecting Mom became not only okay, but the norm. I did my best to coach my son through his emotions, to be there for him, to parent through what felt like a storm of manipulated and engineered negative emotions about me, a filtered view of me, their dad's perception being transferred to them like poison in the well. This caused tremendous stress, was a constant source of emotional drain and challenge in my life. Every week I worried about what was going to happen and how we could improve things and how I could be the best mom possible for them. I didn't have much proof of what was happening behind the scenes, but there were signs. And they couldn't be very open with me about it until the very end, which maybe I'll talk about later, but anyway, whatever. There were many stressful times. I tried to swim above water, tried to ride it out, to parent with love through the chaos. It was some of the most challenging times for me as a mother and as a person. Just on that, it was horrible. I was living with this constant, like, trying to prove myself to my kids, especially to my son, knowing that I was fighting an uphill battle, meaning having to live with someone who just hates you, but you know that the hate is not actually coming from them, and there's nothing you can really do to circumvent to clear it up. Okay. This is my story, my reality. Okay, just as a reminder. My feelings. I did so much to try to prove myself as a parent, to try to make them happy, to do things with them, to take them roller skating, go out to dinner, go out to the beach, take them shopping, to, just like but it's almost like everything about me was kind of twisted into that I'm just some evil, horrible person. No matter what I did. Okay, moving right along. Then in September of 2024, so we're in the 2024 year, I was unexpectedly let go from my remote job that I'd had for a couple years. They wanted in-house marketing employees instead of remote workers. I panicked. The worry about how I was going to continue to make rent, continue to support our little family was suffocating. I scrambled for another job but could only find random marketing assistant gigs for other agencies. It wasn't enough to cover all my bills. I was quickly getting behind on everything and struggling to make rent. My landlord had even forgiven me on a month's rent and allowed me to pay late. Nice of him for that. I was drowning. Christmas 2024. Grant came to my rescue in December of 2024 and gave me a substantial loan so I could get through the month and afford to pay for Christmas for the kids. Towards December of 2024, Grant and I were doing pretty well. There was warmth between us again and tentative hope. Oh, this is gonna run out. Okay, next.